to do to get ready for your winter sports. First, you need to do push-ups. Second, you need a full body stretch. Third thing, you got to do some hurdles. Fourth thing you need to do, some body push-ups. Last thing you need to do is meditate. And now you're ready for your winter sports.
And I'm Bryce Bladen, and you're watching
The Warrior Wire. Now, before we start this episode, I'd like to get off with a quick update with my host, since it's been a while since we talked. So how was Thanksgiving break for you?
You know, honestly, Bennett, Thanksgiving break was great. I went down to my cousin's house, and we ate some good Thanksgiving dinner. We ate some turkey, some ham, some stuffing. It was great. What about you, Bennett?
Well, personally, I had a very busy week. All I was doing was grinding, getting this bread. Now, with that out of the way, we are going to start off with some winter sports, since we know that that is that time of year. Now, I know that a bunch of people are very excited for winter sports, me personally. How about you, Bryce?
Actually, I do enjoy winter sports. Futsal, indoor soccer is pretty fun, getting that action, getting that hardcore just gameplay of indoor soccer. It's really, really good.
And I bet it's a pretty good transition from all those soccer players in the fall to go into the winter. Now, with that out of the way, we would like to introduce our field report for winter sports. I'm here with
Coach Turner.
Hi. So, Coach Turner, I know that swim season has started. Are you looking forward to anything for the season?
I always most look forward to seeing improvement from everyone through the season. There are always surprises where you don't expect people maybe to make great advances in certain strokes, and new swimmers just having to learn everything that they do and get ready for meets. So we have a practice meet this week, and our first meet is December 11th, so I'm really excited to see how we do starting off.
Everyone will be there. And also, how do you think I'm doing?
Great when you're in the pool. We do miss you when you're not.
Well, at least I feel appreciated. We are here with
Coach Haynes.
So, Coach Haynes, it is wrestling season. What are you most looking forward to?
Winning.
Couldn't be more simple. Good. All right, we're here with the one and only
Montana DeWalter.
All right, so Montana, I know that you are a really great wrestler, and I know that it is time for wrestling season. Now, what do you think is looking forward to for wrestling?
I think we have a really strong team, and we're moving up to A division, so it's going to be interesting to see how we do at the next level.
Awesome. How about any personal goals for you? Do you think you're going to do anything better than you did last year?
It's always the goal, and I'm at a different weight class this year, so I'll readjust and just see how I plan out there, and same goal as last year.
Awesome. We are here with
Izzy Witt.
Chris Wagner.
Okay, so I know that you guys are both doing basketball, and I know that you guys are both seniors too, so what are you guys looking forward to?
Winning.
Getting better.
And what are you guys looking forward to as a whole whenever you guys are in like sophomore years, junior years, and all around for basketball? Personal goals.
Winning.
Like getting to know my teammates, winning.
As you can see, the freshmen are very enthusiastic about this.
All right, thank you, Bennett, for that field report. Now, guys, we're going to jump into something we have not done yet.
This is a new segment for the show, and it is called Inside the Band. Now, basically, the premise of this part of the show is that we take a first-hand look at people who actually play certain instruments and see what to do to set up for certain special events, certain school activities, and many other fun things like that.
Now, thanks to our own Dan Stoner, we get to take a look at what they did at the Gettysburg Cemetery for their concert. Let's go take a look.
We have been left in the dust by Mr. Choplick. He is all the way up there. There he is, right there.
Oh my goodness, the heat just kicked on in the van. It's like really warm.
Oh, yes.
Really warm.
407 years ago, our fathers brought forth upon this continent a new nation, conceived in liberty and dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal.
All right, thank you, Dan Stoner, for that inside perspective on how band does their thing.
Yes, indeed. Now, for this next clip that we have, it is a very important interview that we have. This interview will actually be going on December 4th for our next episode. But we did have a talk with Mr. Sontheimer himself, with I think Conor and Mary with that. So let's just roll into that one.
Okay. So for those of you who don't know, next week we have a special guest speaker coming in to talk with us. And joined with us today, we have one of my favorite teachers, Mr. Sontheimer, who has a personal connection to this guest speaker. So, Mr. Sontheimer, do you want to tell us a little bit about how you know this guest speaker?
Yes, the guest speaker is a woman named Dory Sontheimer, and she is my father's second cousin. And she grew up in Spain. And about a year and a half ago, she contacted me because she was trying to get in touch with my father and my aunt, who she had met in the 1960s but had fallen out of contact with. And she, it turns out, was raised as a young woman in Spain. And when she turned 18, her parents told her that she was actually a Jew who had been brought by her parents to Spain to flee the ensuing totalitarian fascist takeover of Germany.
It's very interesting.
Why do you think it's important for high schoolers to come and listen to her speak?
Her story is fascinating. It kind of covers the notion of what people who are identified as being in out-groups have to do to survive. Her story is really fascinating because when she was told as a young woman that she was a Jew, she had to keep that a secret because Spain was under the control of a fascist dictator named Franco, who was an ally of Mussolini and Hitler's. And it was very dangerous to be a German Jew in many places, and the Spanish did expel many people who were Jewish to the fate of many other Jews in Europe at the time. This story really shows the dangers of intolerance and fascism and totalitarianism and all the things that I think are still challenges for us as a country and as a planet. And her mission is to humanize the experiences of individual people like refugees, and I think that is something that is very relevant to us right now as we grapple with the issues of refugees and migrants and immigrants and anti-Semitism today.
Absolutely. And you had shared some files with me. I read through them, and I was like so interested. I mean, it's one thing to read about this stuff in a textbook, and it's another to read about it from like a first-hand perspective. And it's such a difference. I mean, I like couldn't put the computer down scrolling through it. So I am looking forward to seeing her speak. How can students go and see her speak? When is she doing this?
She will be here next Tuesday, December 4th at 1 o'clock. If you would like to come and see her, you can sign up. There is a link to a form that you can go to. If you're interested, you can stop by and let me know, and I'll make sure that you have the link to that. Teachers have all been sent the link, so if they would like to bring their classes, they are welcome to do so. Dory is a native Spanish speaker, so it'll be very interesting to see how our Spanish-speaking students can listen to some of what she has to say in Spanish, and she also speaks English, and her presentation is in English, so we'll also have an opportunity to see how good she is at speaking English. She will be traveling with a film crew. Her story has been turned into a movie called The Seven Boxes in Spain, and they show it in Spanish high schools, and she's bringing a film crew with her to expand her movie because she's actually written another book called The Eighth Box about a different story from the same time period that she also stumbled upon. So if you want to come, which I encourage you to do, just sign up. and we'll be in the auditorium and we'll hear what she has to say.
That sounds excellent. Is there anything else you want students to know beforehand?
I would just say that please come with an open mind. Please keep, remember that English is not her primary language. So, and I haven't met her yet, so I'm not quite sure how good her English is. But she is very enthusiastic about this. She's traveling from Barcelona to the United States for a variety of reasons, one of which is to come to the high school of her distant cousin, because she thinks that the message that she has to share with people in Spain is a message that she should be sharing with people here in the United States as well.
That sounds excellent. Well, thank you for organizing this event. I look forward to it. And Dorothy, thank you so much for coming here. I know a lot of people are going to enjoy it. So, reminder is next Tuesday, December 4th at 1 o'clock. If you would like to go, you can visit Mr. Sontheimer or sign up on a link that your teachers will provide you. Mr. Sontheimer, thank you very much for joining us. As always, it is a pleasure. And yeah, let's send it back to the studio.
Thank you, Warrior W.I.RE.
Well, Gettysburg, that's all that we have for today. Thanks for tuning in. I'm Bennett Hudson.
And I'm Bryce Bladen.
And you are watching
The Warrior W.I.RE.
Okay, so I know that you guys are both doing basketball, and I know that you guys are both seniors too, so what are you guys looking forward to? Wait, I'm gonna say first. God dang it! Okay.